Will Kylo Ren's new TIE fighter be the key to his redemption in The Last Jedi? We take a ride to the light side on today's Nerdist News. Kylo Ren will be flying in style when The Last Jedi arrives in theaters this December, all thanks to a brand new, custom-built TIE fighter. But is the tricked out ship actually a sign that there's still a little bit of the light side left in Ben Solo? We got our first look at Kylo's fresh First Order ride thanks to, what else? A toy. It seems an online retailer has jumped the gun a few months on Force Friday, posting this pic of the Hot Wheels incarnation of Kylo's ship. Naturally, before the site could take the listing down or even get a proper scolding from Lucasfilm, the internet was all over it, with the Star Wars gossip vultures over at Making Star Wars swooping right in like the Millennium Falcon itself to grab the image before it disappeared. Now, this image only gives a view of the ship from the back, but according to Making Star Wars, who gathered more details from the set of the film, quote, his new TIE has pointed wings like the TIE Interceptor, but with a pill-shaped body, and the cockpit is sort of like an old B-29 bomber compared to the classic TIE cockpit window, end quote. They then go on to say that Kylo is trying to prove himself after letting Supreme Leader Snoke down in The Force Awakens, and that, quote, the custom ship was supposedly made to Kylo's specifications so he could take down the Resistance, end quote. So a brand new TIE fighter specifically made to take down the Resistance. What could that mean? Well, it's pretty clear that Kai's new ride is drawing inspiration from several generations of former TIE fighters, but could the First Order also be stealing some design ideas from their enemies as well? Well, the sleek, pointed wings of the new ship certainly bring to mind the beak-like nose of the classic Rebel X-Wing, and it's interesting that Making Star Wars would describe the ship as looking like an old B-29 bomber, since George Lucas himself based many of the original X-Wing designs on the World War II fighter planes he grew up obsessing over. So maybe a ship designed to, quote, take down the Resistance is one that's designed to better mimic and counter fighting tactics of the rebellion. After all, Kylo knows the history of the Empire better than anyone. He must know how many times their grand plans were defeated by a lone ace pilot behind the wheel of an X-Wing, or joysticks, or whatever it is. So maybe he's starting to realize that it's not just their superior flying skills that always give the rebels the upper hand, but their superior ship design as well. But that's not the only way Kylo's new ship may be paying homage to his counterparts on the light side. Making Star Wars also claims the ship will have a few upgrades taken straight from the playbook of Papa Solo himself. Quote, the thrusters in the back glow blue and sort of evoke the Falcon, end quote, says the site. Of course, if there's one ship that brought the bad guys of Star Wars even more headaches than the X-Wing, it's the Millennium Falcon. So it would make sense that if Kylo is trying to counter the Resistance with their own tricks and designs, he would also be using his insider knowledge of the Falcon's abilities to bring them down.
This bucket of bolts is never gonna get us past that blockade.
This baby's got a few surprises left in her, sweetheart.
It's kind of bittersweet when you think about it. You just know Han was so excited to take his son under the hood of his signature ship, never once thinking that little Ben would one day be using that info to murder all his friends. But maybe it isn't bad news. After all, the inner struggle for Kylo's soul was hardly over when The Force Awakens was over, with many assuming that he would get an end-of-trilogy redemption just like his grandpa, and his Falcon-esque ship may be a sign that the Solo side of him isn't dead after all. He may even be dropping a little bit of the hardcore Vader act. Reports suggest that he'll be spending more time outside of the mask in The Last Jedi. Reports that seem to be confirmed by this recently released pre-order page for the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game, which features Kylo in his new mask-free costume. Oh, hello, Mr. Handsome Face. You have a handsome face. You shouldn't hide it behind that mask all the time. Let the world see that pretty smile and that scar that was made smaller because the original one was stupid.
No, it's not. It's awesome.
But what do you all think? Is Kylo's new ship gonna bring down the Resistance or bring out the light side inside of him? Let's discuss. And hey, have you ever wanted Nerdist on the go? Well, now you can with the launch of the Alpha iOS app. Get mobile access to all of your favorite Nerdist and Geek and Sundry content, especially mine and not Dan Casey's, as well as exclusive shows you can only find at projectalpha.com. You can download the Alpha iOS app, coming soon to Android, over at the Apple Store, where new members can get a free 30-day trial right now.